wanted to share with you how I can get easy pin curls for a variety of vintage looks. Today is going to be my 20s look. I just started doing this because, and then my background fell on me and that was kind of hilarious. But what you need is not a curling iron that melts your lipsticks. You need a clipless curling iron, preferably of a really good quality. This is the Jose Bear curling iron. Don't laugh, got it 4 years ago. It is still my favorite curling iron ever. Maintains such a good high heat. I have the heat guard glove, a comb, and pins, clips. So these don't leave marks on your hair like maybe bobby pins would. So what I did here is I just curled it away from my face, and I will show you that. You just separate a strand of hair, probably no thicker than your finger width. You want to keep the curling iron facing downward. You want to roll the hair flat around the barrel and just gently, because boy does it get hot, hold on to that. And then slip it out. Don't let go of it while it's still hot. You want to pin that little gubber, I have no idea what I'm saying, there to your head. I should have pinned this one too. Oh well. So I have done this all around my head, and you pretty much repeat the process curling away from the face, except for the front strand, which I will show you. Okay. So when I say quick, I mean I'm trying to do this quick. Obviously, you want to look fancy and awesome, you might give yourself a little extra time. It is really hard not curling your hair in the bathroom. It's like when you go to a hotel and you're just like, oh, all out of sorts. Okay, so you just want to kind of keep it in that little circle shape, just for kicks. Is switch hands, because you're going to go in the other direction, and you want to take the front section of your hair, whether you have bangs or like a side swoop or whatever you got, and you want to take a little section of them and make sure it's not too thick, and you want to take the curling iron and you want to curl towards you, so it's still wrapping the hair around. Oh my goodness. And curl towards you. And I have it kind of holding it against my hair. And holding it in place before it cools. And pinning it. And there you go. And now I'm going to do some of these just with away. Okay, so now for the face. I am going to, because it's a 1920s look, there's a number of ways you can do this. You can go with super exaggerated silent movie, Mary Pickford, you know, Betty Boop style lips and penciled eyebrows, and yeah. Or you can kind of go a softer Gatsby look. You know, you can do the 70s Mia Farrow, or you can do the Baz Luhrmann, Carey Mulligan look, where it's sort of soft. Daisy's always very soft, like a daisy, but then the other characters, the women in that movie, always have more dramatic party looks. So I'm going to go for a little bit more dramatic party look, but not too crazy, right? And I'm going to keep it fairly matte, and it's going to be quite dark and smoky. I'm going to just use this Strivectin Advanced Retinol Pore Refiner. I was sent this by them to try, and I find that if you have like a very oily skin, or you're concerned about enlarged pores, possibly wrinkles, this is a good, you can use it, it's a treatment product, but you can use it as the last step of your skincare, and then it will make a really good makeup base for you. I'm going to use the Doll 10 foundation. I say just use any foundation you like. I like this because it's very pale for me. And let's face it, in the 20s, those ladies, they were pale. This is my Tarte foundation brush. I love it because it's so huge. Take my Fit Me Concealer in number 15 Fair, just to kind of keep everything really white. Halo it. And I just like to blend this in with my Real Techniques contour brush. No, what's it called? Deluxe crease brush. I've never used it on my crease. I've only used it to blend in concealer. If you want really good quality and not very expensive theatrical makeup artist setting powder, the RCMA No Color powder, I think this was $10 on Beautylish, is an excellent buy, and it comes in a shaker. Whoopsie-doo, that's a lot. I'm just going to use my Wayne Goss holiday brush. I'm just going to set everything. The cool thing about the 20s and when women started wearing makeup is that it was really kind of the beginning of the feminist movement. The only women that wore makeup were prostitutes, typically. And so when your typical, and there was prohibition, so, you know, nobody was supposed to drink, wearing makeup was taboo and all this stuff. So when women were fighting for the right to vote and to be considered more independent, they took off their corsets, they rouged up their cheeks, they rolled down their nylons, and they went out to the speakeasies to have a drink because they were like, we can do what we want. So heck yeah, all you suffragettes before us, right? So I call this my feminist 20s look. Feminist flapper. I don't know. So now I'm going to pencil in my eyebrows, and eyebrows were very high, very penciled in. So I'm gonna just kind of keep them simple and arch them, but not make them thick. They're actually thicker than they would have been, but that's okay. We're just having fun, right? Now I'm going to take my Jouer crayon in Abstract, and I'm going to kind of, because I'm basically going to make a smoky eye, I'm going to use this as a primer. And then I'm going to take a brush and blend it out. You can take any cream. NYX makes a great black cream eyeshadow base. And I'm going to tightline, actually. I'm going to tightline with my Urban Decay, what is this, Perversion. I'm going to take my Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette, and I am just going to take the Ash shade on a blender brush. And I'm just going to put that in the crease. Just to kind of set the crayon. Like I said, people, these. Now, I am going to take a small shader brush and I am going to put it in that ash color. And I am going to go underneath the lower lash line and smoke that out. All the way to the center. Take a smaller fluffy brush and I'm just going to dip it in a little bit of the powder. Just to kind of clean up, make sure I'm not got gray eyeshadow all down my face. I'm just going to take some bronzer and go down my nose and cheeks. Take a little bit of highlighter, not much. I'm just gonna put it in this porcelain. I'm just gonna, it's not shiny, it's just, yeah. Rouge, we need rouge, people. I am going to take this Jouer blush in Blossom. And I am going to rouge up my cheeks. Yes. And I'm going to blend that contouring out. I am going to put on thick mascara because in those days they used cake mascara, and boy oh boy did it go on. So I'm just going to wiggle up from the base, and I think this would be an excellent look for false eyelashes. Sometimes if you don't have a dark burgundy liner, you can use an eyeliner. I'm going to just do nude right now. I'm not going all the way to the outer corners. I'm focusing on the center, and I'm also focusing on my Cupid's bow to make that really defined. Okay, and now I'm going to use a really dark lipstick. This is the Burgundy Blush for my vampy lip look, and if you want to use a different lip because you're not comfortable with this, go ahead. Use like a red or just a nice rose. I'm going to really emphasize the Cupid's bow. Huge kind of signature, the era. You know what, screw it. I'm just gonna fill in my lip the way it is. Okay, now for the finishing touches. Taking out the hair. I know they didn't have highlight, I said that, but I'm highlighting. I'm using my Essence Cream Highlighter. Putting some here, putting some here, because you guys, it's nighttime, it's Halloween. Come on, have some fun. Highlighter always breaks up on my nose. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Okay, taking out the pins. So now that we have our curls out, we're gonna brush through them. If you want to get a wig, go for it. Yeah, I get it. So there's a couple ways of doing the 20s. Well, actually that's more 30s, so sorry. I'm not really. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to comb through and kind of use your finger to push your hair into shape. And it's a little different because our haircuts aren't really designed for this because we have so many more layers. But if you can like push your fingers into the hair for finger curls, that's kind of the idea. Also a very, severe bob was quite on trend then. So if you wanted to get a wig like that, or if you have bangs, and you can fake your hair to be in a bob by wrapping it underneath in the back. Another fun thing to do, I'm just going to put some hairspray on because then I can work with it better. Might look more 30s than 20s, but is there really any historians in your party? So, do your best. So serious bangs. You can put on a headband. I am not a headband person, so this is a little difficult. You want to pull that through. Oh. You can take a necklace too and make it into a headband if you wanted. And of course, the fun part is the accessories. And I just happen to have a whole bunch of costume pearls. So you want to put those on. And I'm just wearing the sequin shirt for fun. 20s, if you don't get a flapper dress, that's okay. If you have like just maybe a blousey dress, I know that sounds weird, but basically 20s went away from shape. They stopped wearing corsets. Think Downton Abbey. So just pile on whatever costume jewelry you can get. Oh my gosh, It's gonna be a mark on my head for sure. There. The cool thing is Claire's has so many headbands and little thingies like that. So there you have it. I'm not sure if I should put this lower or higher on my head. Well, yeah, you can let me know. I might just do without the headband. But how about that, folks? Okay, I really hope you like this 20s inspired tutorial, and I hope that you have so much fun this year in whatever parties and dress up. And hey, dress up into the holidays. Do some vintage stuff then too, man. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe and click that thumbs up button. And I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Mwah.